Solomon R. Guggenheim Foundation was founded in 1937. Its first New York-based venue, the Museum of Non-Objective Painting. In 1943, renowned architect Frank Lloyd Wright gained the commission to design the museum. The Solomon R. Guggenheim Museum opened on October 21, 1959. It is dedicated to promote the understanding and appreciation of modern and contemporary art.
The Guggenheim building is made of 700 tons of steel and 7,000 cubic feet of cured concrete. During the construction of the Guggenheim, Frank Lloyd Wright leased a suite at the Plaza Hotel and entirely redecorated the interior. When writing Hail Arebe in 1944, Frank Lloyd Wright envisioned the Guggenheim as an inverted ziggurat. The distance between the Guggenheim Rotunda floor to the top of the building measures 97 feet and 9 inches. Richard Serra's 2005, aka the Master of Time, at Museum Guggenheim Bilbao was the largest sculpture in history. 1945 Life magazines published an article about the Guggenheim titled "New Art Museum will be New York's strangest building." In 1953, Frank Lloyd Wright constructed a temporary glass pavilion building for the Guggenheim collection on the ground where the museum can be found today. Fun fact for those in line today, 3,000 people waited in line on October 21, 1959 to be the first visit the Guggenheim Museum. In 1943, Frank Lloyd Wright was asked to design a Temple of Spirits for non-objective painting. Movies filmed at the Guggenheim include Bye Bye Birdie, Woody Allen's Manhattan, Men in Black, The International, and When in Rome. Kandinsky featured nearly 100 paintings and 60 plus works on paper from 1902 to 1942.
The seal on the floor of the Guggenheim Museum says,
"Let each man exercise heart he knows Aristophanes for 20 BC.
When the Guggenheim Museum first opened in 1959, the cost of administration was 50 cents. Frank Lloyd Wright first proposed red marble for the museum facade. He said, "Red is color of creation."
Trivia. The Guggenheim Museum in Bilbao is one of the most popular of museums in Spain. Since its opening in 1997, it has been part of plethora of critics. It also received votes for the Walt Disney Concert Hall in Los Angeles, the Millennium Park Bandshell in Chicago, and his private residence in Santa Monica, California. Number 1. It's been called the most important piece of architecture since 1980. In 2005, Vanity Fair surveyed 52 experts to determine the definitive construction of project of the latter half of the 20th century. Number 2. The museum was designed by Frank Henry. His firm Frank Ho Henry and Associates, now Henry Partners, was selected by Thomas Krenz, the director of the Solomon R. Guggenheim Foundation, to design the museum in 1991, beating out proposals by Austrian Kim Kopp, Himemblu, and Japanese architect Arata Isozaki. Bilbao, a city of 350,000 in the Basque Country, of northern Spain. It's located of the Nervion River and lies 7 miles inland from the Bay of Biscay, which has made this hub of shipping activity for centuries. But the economic turmoil of the mid-20th century led much of the area directly until the region underwent a period of urban transformation that culminated with the opening of Bilbao in 1997.
My question is, why did we choose the Guggenheim Museum? We chose this because the Guggenheim Museum is probably Wright's most significant state career structure. The space specular architecture with its spiral ramp leading to a domed skylight continue to enthral tourists and provide a one-of-a-kind venue for the presentation of contemporary art. Furthermore, the Guggenheim Foundation is committed to advancing and understanding the appreciation of modern and contemporary art through exhibition, education program, research project, and publication. Which is why we chose this is because it serves a purpose and it has a look of conical spiral. Why did you suggest that the conic section present here in the architectural style we choose is parabola? The Guggenheim Museum form is reminisced by the conic section of parabola. The two most prevalent conics in the real world are circles and parabolas. Conics are so important that they can even be formed in the food we eat and the people we meet. Conics not only emerge in our culture but they also assist us. Hyperbolas have proven to be extremely useful in the field of mathematics.
Here to talk about Guggenheim Museum. Our group picked Guggenheim Museum because it is an example of parabola, because of its parabolic shape. This is located in New York City, which is on USA. This is loved by people because it is a very well-made structure. The guests who come to the museum feels really thrilled and satisfied because of the arts and the museum's designs from the inside and outside. A person named Solomon Robert Guggenheim. He was a businessman before and he was also an art collector from Pennsylvania, USA. He was the founder of his own foundation named Solomon R. Guggenheim Foundation, and he was the one who established his own museum named Guggenheim Museum.
The Guggenheim, New York City, USA has a shape of spiral. It is one of the real-life examples for hyperbola. It can be called as hyperbolic spiral. A landmark to innovation, the special engineering with space with its spiral ramp riding a domed sky facing the window excites the guests and give a special gathering introduction for modern art. And based on the architectural analysis that I read, the famous Frank Lloyd Wright's Solomon R. Guggenheim Historical Center, whose notorious winding frame presented a groundbreaking environment for the presentation of the craftsmanship. When it opened in 1959, it investigates the beginnings of the Solomon R. Guggenheim establishment, wherein chronicles the building's conception, development, and basic gathering, provides thoughtful investigation of Wright's design. It reflects on the museum's significance, New York, and the craftsmanship world through 21st century.